Tenet Livia on level cap. Let's talk a bit about it. In reality, the Tenet Livia, being the main protagonist of the level cap, was an excuse to take the stug there, pretty much. I wanted to take the stug to level cap, but I was not gonna kill all or the vast majority of demos with the stug, because that would take probably around the 5 hours or so. So I wasn't really willing to do that. So I'm like, which weapon could I take that has big PP damage, is interesting, and it's the weapon on its own will probably carry it to level cap. We'll be able to deal enough damage there. Then I'm like, two-handed Nikanas. Then I went and take a look on the two-handed Nikanas. We have the Azotane, the Tenet Livia, the Tatsu, and the Pennant. At first I was going with the Pennant, but I'm like, I don't know. The status chance is kind of low. Then there's the Tatsu, which is pretty nice, but the effect is pretty meh. Then I'm like, there's the Azotane and the Livia. Azotane works pretty well. There's that extra attack that just pretty much you slam the ground and get combo. It is interesting. But the Livia has the Granium Attaché system that stops the combo counter when the weapon is holstered. Then I'm like, this is just perfect. I don't want to have to invest a lot in my melee weapon, so this will help with the combo counter. And I also didn't have any way to, put in... I'm low on plat, so I didn't have the Exil's mod for a Tenokai or anything like that. So I went with it. I think I had only one arcane, one dexterity to keep the combo up, and that was it. The Tenet Livia is very interesting because the experience of playing with that in Wise Razor is, at first, the stance, stepping forward, just putting down your weapon, feels a lot like, a samurai or anything like that with a big fucking sword. But after like a couple minutes, you just start feeling like a kid with a wood stick that just saw like a big freaking insect, just saw the weirdest bug in your life, and then now you have a big stick and you're just like putting everything you got into that stick. You're beating that bug with the strength of your life. That's what it feels playing with Wise Razor after a while. It's like a kid with a wood stick just beating the crap out of a bug. That's the feeling. About the two-handed Nikanas, all of them have damage. They're pretty good. I think what holds them back is mainly the stance, because it's the only one we have. It's kind of like when we had the only Sundering Weave for machetes. It is a... Wise Razor is much worse because it's slow, clunky. You have a lot of movements and some delays on the attacks. But yeah, it's kind of the same feeling. It's the only stance. Nobody can handle it anymore because it has all the problems. But two-handed Nikanas deal massive amounts of damage. The Livia was able to headshot the demos without much problem, dealing vast amounts of damage. So I'm usually the guy who uses both heavy attacks. Before, a lot of times, before I could even deliver the second heavy attack, the enemy would die. That means he was dying on the first freaking slash proc. That's insane. Other than that, the weapon with armor strip performed incredibly well, actually. I got the 6 million hit on a headshot on a heavy attack. That was surprising and satisfying. Definitely a interesting weapon, but because of the real the perk of the unique perk, because the Granular Attaché system, I think the Agendas has it too, but the Livia, other than that, increases the blocking range the more you block. Of course, it has a limit, but that is useless. Who the F blocks in this game? If we even had, like, still the Amalgam mod for the Javlock that allowed you to reflect damage back in the day, and that would work for every weapon pretty much. I think it was only for sword and shield. That could be interesting, but if not, who's actually blocking? Are you like blocking for your defection targets to run? Are you blocking to defend your defense capsule? Are you blocking to defend your excavators? I don't think so. You know, who uses blocking? That's my issue with it. If they didn't have, you know, just the problem of Warframe. Too much stuff that is just untouched or has close to no purpose in the game anymore. So yeah. All of the two-handed Nikanas have unique effects and they're pretty decent. It's just the stance. Come on, D, make a new stance for this thing. We can't stand Wise Razor anymore. That's it. Good weapon. Easy level cap. It's just the stance that is the main problem. Leave it a like, subscribe, and peace.